Translation: Acharya Goswami, Advaita Acharya Goswami, Prabhu Ram of the Lord, Bhakta Avtaram, incarnation of a devotee, Krishna of Lord Krishna, Avtara of the incarnation, Hetu, the cause, Myahara, whose, Hunkara, loud cloud calls. Translation: Advaita Acharya Goswami is an incarnation of the Lord as a devotee. His loud calling was the cause for Krishna's incarnation. Krishna yadi prithivite karene avatara prathame karene guru vargera sanchara. Synonyms: Krishna, Lord Krishna, yadi, if, prithvite, on the earth, karena, makes, avatara, incarnation, prathame, first, karena, makes, guru vargera, of the group of respectable predecessors, sanchara, the advent. Translation: whenever Sri Krishna desires to manifest his incarnation on earth, first, he creates the incarnations of his respectable predecessors. 94. Pita Mata Guru Adi Yatamanya Gana Prathame Karena Sabara Prithivite Janama. Synonyms: Pita, father, Mata, mother, Guru, spiritual master, Adi, headed by, Yata, all, Manya, Gana, respectable members, Prathame, first, Karena, he makes, Sabara, of all of them, Prithivite, on earth, Janama, the births. Thus, the respectable personalities such as his father, mother, and spiritual masters all take birth on earth first. Madhava Ishvara Puri Sachi Jagannatha Advaita Acharya Prakata Haila Sai Sata. Madhava, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwarapuri, Shachi, Shachimata, Jagannatha, Jagannath Mishra, Advaitacharya, Prakata, manifested, Aila, or say this, Satha, with Madhavendra Puri, Ishwarapuri, Srimati Shachimata, and Srila Jagannath Mishra all appeared with Sri Advaitacharya. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead descends in his human form, he sends ahead all his devotees who act as his father, teacher, and associates in many roles. Such personalities appear before the descent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Before the appearance of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there appeared his devotees like Sri Madhavendra Puri, his spiritual master Sri Ishwara Puri, his mother Shachi Devi, Srimati Sachi Devi, his father Sri Jagannath Mishra, and Sri Advaita Acharya. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Zutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishnabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining today evening's Krishna Katha. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita, we've been doing it for a while now. We're on Adi Lila, the third chapter, and we just read the verses 92 through 95. So, what we'll do is we'll get into a deep dive to understand. Only one of those verses had a purport, but still there's a lot of philosophy, significance, and lessons that we can learn through these verses. So, a few days back, last Saturday, was the New York Rath Yatra. I'm not sure how many of you devotees attended. It was raining. The weather didn't cooperate, but all the same, many devotees turned up. And if you're aware, the Rath Yatra ends at the park, Washington Square Park. And many tents are there, and then so many sadhus from all over the world come to New York City. So it's a very, very special Rath Yatra. Many sadhus, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, many gurus, initiating spiritual masters, exalted Vaishnavas who have given their life and soul in um, sharing Krishna consciousness. They come for this New York Rath Yatra. And it's a great opportunity to associate with sadhus. Why? Because here in Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, right? Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kahe, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, um, Sarva Siddhi Prapta Hoye. Siddhi, yeah. What it means, dear devotees, is associating with a sadhu, even for a fraction of a moment, even for a fraction of a moment, all perfections, whatever one can attain in life, one gets it just by a fraction of a moment of association. Now, what does association mean? There are many types of association. Of course, we are social. Human being, man is a social creature. What it means is he's not a loner. He always is in the company, either good company or bad company, that is different. But he's always in company. He always seeks out company. And depending on the type of the company, that's how the person's behavior, and that's what that effect of the company will have on that person. So when it talks about Vaishnav association is the spiritual type of association, which is the topmost. And not only is the topmost, it is the most essential part of bhakti. In isolation, nobody can practice or do his sadhana. Nobody. Impossible. It is not possible independently to uh, perform bhakti sadhana. One has to be in the company of the devotees. So, what does association mean? Association, Jayadvaita Maharaj had given the explanation. Association, Vaishnava Sangha, association means to serve. The association means to serve. You serve. Now, how do you serve in association? There are many different types of service one can perform. But all the service, if the pleasure, purpose, result is for the intent, pleasure of Krishna and his devotees, then that is service, devotional service. So whenever we are in Sadhu Sangha or any Vaishnava association, our intent should be to serve. We can serve by listening. whatever the instructions are being given. We can serve by observing their behavior and then trying to learn something from it. We can serve by eating prasadam. We can serve by offering them prasadam. We can serve by doing even simple menial services for them. So, this is what it means by sadhu sangha. Hare Krishna. So, we had the opportunity to meet with four sadhus. And these sadhus, old, going back maybe 25, 30 years, when ICNJ was just a fledgling, we didn't even have any property or anything. It was just in home programs. It was being conducted later. It went into a rented hall, things like that. So these are the sadhus who came and they would nurture, they would give us their association and they would nurture the little sapling, bhakti seed, which was planted in all the devotees. So one such sadhu is Chandramoli Swami. And when we were talking, uh, he did mention, he said that, Prabhupada used to give a lot of analogies in his classes. When Prabhupada spoke, he always gave analogies. What analogies does is, and he said it's, intelligence to only the intelligent can understand the analogy. You give the analogy of something, compare it to a point, and give something which a person will be able to relate. So that's how these deep philosophical truths become easy to understand and appreciate. Analogies. So that's what we will attempt to do. Of course, there's also Dhanurdhar Swami, there's Jayadvaita Swami, Radhanath Swami, and all of them, gave little, just hardly maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute association. There are so many people who want to meet. But that is what it means for a sadhaka. Always crave for the association, and we learn how it ties into today's four verses. So, verse 92, what we understand is that Advaitacharya, you know, Mahavishnu is Advaitacharya, and it is his expansion. Advaitacharya is Vishnu Tattva. He is no different than the Lord himself. He has come for a certain purpose, right? And it is through Advaitacharya's prayers that Mahaprabhu descends. He comes here, right? Though Advaitacharya is Bhagwan himself, he is the Lord. He acts like a devotee. Devotee is the servant of the Lord, right? Now, as a servant of the Lord is a Vaishnava, correct? Another word for servant of the Lord is called Vaishnava. So, as a Vaishnava, he is deeply disturbed by what is going on around him. There's so much of suffering in Kali Yuga. That's the nature of a Vaishnava, para dukha dukhi. A non-Vaishnava, a person who's not on the path of devotion, he has compassion, but that suffering is always self-centered. Meaning to say is if my child is having a toothache and is really in pain, even I can feel that pain. Or someone who's related to me, my friend, my family, my circle, my country is going through a famine or something. So we feel that. Why? Because it is self-centered. All these things are attached to me. But if there is some, the intensity of that feeling, empathy, compassion, is based on how strong that relation or how close in our circle of that self-centeredness that person is, right? But further away it is, yeah, you may feel bad, but there's nothing much you will, and further it goes, it doesn't even register for us. So if there is somebody who is in Africa and who's going hungry, okay, you get it? Yeah, so sad. Some of us may even go to the extent, well, their karma, they're getting what they deserve, like that. However, a Vaishnav sees everybody as a part and parcel of Krishna, and he can't bear that person's suffering. Not for himself, there's nothing he'll get in return, but he wants to uplift that person and uplift that person, not just the physical suffering that we have, suffering of the body, suffering of the mind, the psychological or the uh, physical suffering. He goes even to the depth, the spiritual suffering, the spiritual emptiness, the spiritual famine which is there. So people may be very well fed. People may have a great shelter. People may be extremely wealthy, billionaires, super billionaires, but still spiritually starving. Now, all the other compassion for the material body, dear devotees, is temporary. You feed a person, he is going to feel hungry again. You teach him how to cultivate land, he will be able to grow food and fill his belly till such certain time he is going to die. And again, he'll come in a life form which is again going to be hungry, whatever, as an animal or whatever it be the case. So, whatever we are doing at the body level is temporary. Similarly, whatever is being done at the mental or the psychological level, suffering, emotional suffering people have, whatever it be the case, that is also temporary. It's only a matter. Why? Because this mind is so chanchala, it is so turbulent, this mind of ours. It is always, here, there, here, there. It is never steady. That's the nature of a non-devotee's mind. It's not dheer, not steady. So yes, there will be some form of a um, uh, peace or reconciliation. Just a matter of time before again it starts getting agitated. The only real permanent solution is when the soul is fed. Now, there are many songs which are written. There was a very famous group, the Beatles, and George Harrison was Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Super, super, superstars in the 60s and 70s, extremely rich, wealthy, everything they had. Uh, and they used to write a lot of their popular songs were about love. And they had written a song, All You Need Is Love, which was a blockbuster. Pretty poetic, the words of that song. Now, my Guru Maharaj, Radhanath Swami, he says, what does the soul need? The soul doesn't need food, water, and whatever things the body needs to survive. Soul is eternal. There's no question of a soul withering away or dying. It is eternal. So what need does it have for food, water, clothing, shelter? What the soul needs is to love and to be loved in return. That's what is the fundamental requirement of the soul, to love and to be loved. And in pursuit of this, to love and to be loved, we engage in all these activities. However, that object of love and that reciprocation from that object of love is misplaced. We put that into things. Things can't reciprocate with us. Oh, I love my car. I love my house. And if something happens, a small scratch happens to the car, how much it hurts. But the car can't reciprocate. A few months after the new car smell has gone away, again the mind is then shifting to something else. But the soul is eternal, it wants lasting. So to love and to be loved is what the soul requires. And that can only be met, only, no other way, only way is through bhakti. Learning to love his devotees, and through them they will take you, Vaishnava Sangha, to love the source of all love and the most beloved of all. In the Shastra, that said, when we speak about love, there is only one person whom you can love. Everything else is lust. Just one person, that is Krishna. You can only repose your love in Krishna and be fully satisfied. And Krishna will also be fully satisfied with whatever is your offering of love. That's the only relation which is perfect. Everything else, we repose it either in things or in people or whatever it is. It is temporary and only a matter of time before we become frustrated, they become frustrated with us, and whatever it is. So, when we are talking about compassion, that compassion is an expression of love. So, Vaishnav loves Krishna, and as such, whatever is Krishna's, he loves that also. So, how can he see somebody suffering? Total stranger, whether it is a human being, whether it is an animal, a Vaishnav cannot tolerate. And when Advaitacharya was seeing this material world, how people are getting more and more, starving more and more, thirsty for love, spiritually starved, and that's how he starts calling. So, this is what is para dukha dukhi, Hare Krishna. Now, also, what we can understand is that Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, dear devotees, he will not be moved. He's not at all impressed by all these rituals, either by your gyan or by your penances, your tapasya, whatever you have. There are so many other ways of self realization. It doesn't impress him at all. The only thing which really, really attracts Krishna is bhakti. So it is only a devotion to whatever extent, whatever extent. So look at uh, uh, devotion is like a magnet. A bhakti, a love for Krishna is like a magnet. It will attract Krishna. How a magnet will pull, correct? It will pull whatever is the, like if there is a metal, an iron rod, it will pull it towards itself. So this is what bhakti is. So think of bhakti that it is what attracts Krishna. And it's a two-way stream. Krishna is like a super magnet. Super magnet. We are just like small, tiny, 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 tiny little shavings of the iron. We are not even an iron, not even one iron rod, just one little particle of iron. And the moment we take all these small baby steps, even imperfect steps that we're taking, Krishna will draw us towards him. So only devotion can attract, only devotion can attract Krishna. Only devotion will allow us to actually experience what is love and what is to be loved. And in the material world, the sadhus say the closest the spiritual love comes that a person can experience, the closest is what a love a mother has for the child. Because love, by definition, is unmotivated, unconditional, and uninterrupted. And it is only a mother who would have this for her child. So that's the closest a human being can experience. Of course, in the Kali Yuga, the mind gets so degraded that even with mothers, the children have, even with parents and siblings and spouse and kids and whatever it is, there's so much of friction which is happening, and those relationships get strained or even breaks. So this is what Advaita Acharya was calling. So now what we understand is that whenever Krishna wants, see, Krishna can appear anywhere, wherever, any form, shape, circumstance. Nobody can dictate Krishna what to do. Nobody. Krishna is um, Swarat. He is the ultimate. You and I need permission. You and I need things to happen. Then whatever we are trying to accomplish. But with Krishna, that's not the case. Krishna wants right now, he can step into our heart and make us all, straight to the prema bhav, if Krishna wants that. Correct? Krishna has no compulsion. Krishna has no obligations, so to say that. Krishna is Krishna. He's independent. Now, when Krishna wants to come, right? He comes with a certain purpose. So before he comes, Krishna has a certain method, and we'll understand what that method is and why. What is the significance of that method? Krishna, correct? He is the supreme person. And the supreme person, just like you and me, are persons, and each person has a type of a personality, whatever be that personality, which is unique to us. So Krishna is also a supreme person and he is the supreme personality. So just as we have feelings, dear devotees, Krishna also has feelings. Krishna also has mood. Krishna also has emotions. Of course, it's not like ours. Ours is contaminated. Krishna's is pure. So just as we have all these relations around us, Krishna also has all these relations around him. And these mood, these loving exchanges, there are these five primary types that you all know. Would anyone like to tell me what these five types of relations or the rasas are? Anybody?
Santaras
Very good. What does Shantaras mean? And explain. If you say in the Sanskrit, say the English.
means it's a neutral, it's, quiet, no emotions in that.
Shanta.
Dasya Sakyas.
What is Dasya Mat?
Then Dasya means you are always serving the others. Then Maitreyaras or Sakharas. It's a friendship, relationship. And then Vatsalyaras, like a mother love, mother-father love. And Madhuryaras.
So Madhurya is the conjugal, like girlfriend, however here they have, right? Oh, he's my boyfriend. Oh, she's my girlfriend. But it's not cheap and vulgar and perverted like that. That kind of boyfriend, girlfriend is just for sense gratification. But Krishna's girlfriends is pure, the purest form of love. So just as we have these relations, Krishna also has these relations, and they're in these five categories. And each of these relations gives Krishna a certain type of pleasure. And in engaging in Krishna in that kind of a mood gives the devotee also that kind of pleasure. So, like Sri Hanumanji, he's in the Dasya Ras, serving, always serving whom? Shri Ram, always serving. So, Hanumanji can never even cross his mind, he cannot even think about being Krishna's friend. He cannot, because that's what is his um, position as a servant, always serving. And in serving Krishna in Lord Rama, he experiences love. And Rama accepts his service, and it gives Rama also feels that bhava, that pleasure. Yeah, like this, there are different categories. So when Krishna comes here, he'll always come with his associates. He will never come alone. He always comes with his associates. So his entire entourage. So if the president of a country goes to another country, he won't go alone. He goes with everybody. He goes with his advisors, his foreign minister, and security and assistants, and this, that, everyone. Such a large entourage goes for a mere mortal, insignificant man. Of course, very significant in context to the country, how powerful it is. But in the equation of the entire universe, it's so insignificant, all that power and all that prestige. For even that person goes with so much entourage. So just think about Krishna. So when Krishna comes, he comes with his entire associates, Hare Krishna. And now, when he comes, he will take the position. He's the master, the supreme controller. He comes as a position, he'll take a position of a disciple. Krishna as a guru. He'll come as a son. He'll come as a servant also. He'll come as a lover. He'll come as a friend. So all those relations, whatever are those associates, they come. Now these associates, they also are jivas. Now these associates as jivas, jiva, even you and me are jiva, dear devotees. But these jivas are what is called eternally liberated. They haven't come here on this planet because of some karma or because of being envious of Krishna. Once upon a time, we also were associates of Krishna. But we've come here because we said, oh, why should I be serving Krishna? Why shouldn't I be getting served? Okay, fine. This is the place where you can exercise. Try to be a little Ishvara. So that's what they come over here. So whenever Krishna descends, he always comes in the framework of dharma. That is all his associates. And through his descent and through his behavior, he's teaching all of us some examples. How you honor your parents, how you honor your elders. Like Lord Rama, he was the perfect gentleman. How a man should behave, how a man should behave with his wife, how a man should behave with his enemies. These are the instructions he gives. So, what Prabhupada has given in his lectures and in his writing, that Krishna never acts alone in his pastimes. It will always have ideal roles, relationships, and through all this, we learn lessons. Hare Krishna. So, when he comes through that associates, that associate further gets extended, associate. And that is the Guru Parampara. So it's like a ripple, you get it? A heavy object falls in water, and then you have these ripples. So if you have Bhagavad Gita as it is, dear devotees, open the first few pages, you will see these ripples of Krishna's associates and how it has reached and touched us. So from Krishna all the way to Prabhupada, and then from Prabhupada, his disciples, and from his disciples, all the Sangha, their disciples, initiated, non-initiated people who are associating. So this is what that connection is. Hare Krishna. So there are some key personalities who have appeared before Mahaprabhu's appearance over here. One is his mother, Shachimata, right? She is the mother Yashoda. Then Jagannath Mishra, his father, that is Nand Baba. Madhavendra Puri, guru of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Ishvara Puri, that is the initiating guru. So Ishvara Puri is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Now, what is the importance of each? Shachimata is the embodiment of motherly devotion. So when Mahaprabhu, he was young boy, young man, 24 years old, and Shachimata was a widow. Jagannath Mishra had finished his pastime and returned to the spiritual world. And Mahaprabhu takes this decision that I'm taking sannyas. He's leaving behind his wife and the old mother. And Shachimata's heart is broken. And in the scriptures, it's written when Krishna, when Mahaprabhu is leaving, he has shaved his head. I mean, he's leaving home. He hasn't shaved his head yet. He's leaving home. And as he's leaving home, Sachimata is at the door and she's weeping and she's calling out to him. And when she's calling out to him, it is in the rag bhatiyar. Raga in Indian classical music evokes or describes deep sentiment, what a person feels. So listening to those notes, those melodies, it evokes a certain kind of a mood, um, a feeling. So that she sings in rag bhatiyar. And this rag bhatiyar is composed, it goes like this. It's really, I mean, of course, I can't sing well, but I'll make an attempt. It's like this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is, how it is. Of course, I'm not doing any justice to it. Maybe someone who sings. And there's one devotee who composed this uh, Mahamantra to Rag Bhatiyar. So Mata, Shachi Mata is completely devastated, but so much of love she has, the motherly devotion, the Vatsalya Bhav. Then Jagannath Mishra, again, a great devotee and very learned Brahmana, how he lived his life. Then Madhavendra Puri, he is the first Acharya who revealed the Madhurya, the topmost rasa in the Gaudiya line. And Ishwara Puri, he is the uh, example of humility. And that's what made him so dear. And that's what made him so dear to humility attracted, and Mahaprabhu accepted him as his master. So, from this, what we can understand, when God Himself is like this, we should also respect a spiritual lineage. We can't treat a guru as an ordinary person, whether person whom we have initiated with, or even his god brothers or parampara, not only even from the other sampradayas. Always be respectful. Hare Krishna. We covered Hare Krishna. So, as I spoke about that ripple, right? So, if we see in Bhagavad Gita, there's Krishna and it comes descending all the way to Srila Prabhupada. So, Prabhupada always considered himself to be servant of the servant of the servant. He never took any credit. I mean, what he accomplished in his old age, in such a short span of time, is superhuman by any standards. But he never took any credit for that. He always said, I'm just following the instructions of my Guru Maharaj. I'm the servant of my Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. And Advaitacharya called out to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu came, fulfilled his purpose. Mahaprabhu returned. And Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj has said, predicted a Senapati will come in Mahaprabhu's army. All the other avatars you see, they have come with weapons and they have destroyed. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, vinashaya cha dushkritam. Destroyed all, Parshuram with his axe, Lord Rama with his uh, bow and arrow, Krishna also has his weapons, you know, all this they've destroyed, they've killed all the demoniac people. But when Mahaprabhu came, what did he disarm? What did he do? With love, with love, he transformed even the most demoniac person, Jagai and Madhai, to be lovers of God. That's how he transformed. Correct. So what we have this gift. It's come from in this Kali Yuga. It has come from Acharya, Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya has called for Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu has appeared. There are instructions we get through all these associates through Mahaprabhu himself. Right now, we are fortunate to be in this sangha, in this assembly. So please understand how this is. We are here today as part and parcel of ISKCON. Doesn't matter you're initiated, you're not initiated. You're right now sitting and listening to Katha. Maybe it's your first time. You are here. But how this has come to us, we should understand, appreciate it. And when we can appreciate something, we will have that gratitude and we won't take things lightly. We will our respect for the gift that we have received, that value becomes many times over. Similarly, the association that we have, the Vaishnav Sangha, we cannot be in a position to say, oh, these guys are not sannyasis. No, a person even coming for the first time in the temple is very, very special to Krishna. And how we serve that person is what pleases Krishna. That magnet and that attraction, that service. So that is what is the process and understanding Mahaprabhu, how he came, how Advaitacharya. We should understand that, Krishna just won't come because someone has called. Oh, we are in trouble. Oh, now there are all bombs falling down on us. Please help us. Again, that is self-centered. But if we genuinely cry out to Krishna, he definitely responds. So Advaitacharya, it's all thanks to Advaitacharya Prabhu. He brought the gift of Mahaprabhu, who distributed love of God. That spiritual starvation that we have is what he gave us. Before that, during Advaitacharya's time, there were people who were pious. It's not like that. There were many temples. But the explanation, the analogy is given. It is like having a field full of fruits and vegetables and rice and all the grains, full, everything in abundance. But no one knows what to do with it. So, similarly, these temples are the fields where devotion can be cultivated. And that fruits of that devotion is what will feed the soul. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, if anybody has any question or a comment, realization, we could take a few. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, nice class. You have explained very well.
Prabhupada.
One question. Advaita Acharya did a prayer, but it was a planned prayer because this was ahead of time decided that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's staff will come and then they will. Then he did a prayer. So that was a planned prayer, or it was just he saw that everything was not nobody's in Krishna's consciousness, and that's why he felt bad, and that's why he did it. So which way you can take it? It was
Mataji,
planned, or it was just
planned in the sense he always comes for a purpose, no? Whenever Krishna comes, he comes to reclaim. He comes to reclaim all these starving souls. He comes to feed our spiritual starvation, any descent, whatever there is, that purpose is there. And then it is enacted. So when Advaitacharya comes as a herald to call Krishna over here, that is his compassion is spontaneous. That compassion cannot be uh, like Mataji, hunger.
mm.
You feel hunger. Hunger is spontaneous. If you haven't eaten for a while, you will get hungry. You cannot say that, okay, now at 4 in the afternoon, I'm going to be hungry. It doesn't work that way.
So it is not pre-decided like a drama. When we do drama, it
Uh,
is pre-decided that this will do this will do, but that is not like a drama.
It is, I wouldn't know how to explain it. It's a very good question, Mataji. So there is plan. Mahaprabhu is coming down over here, and that is the reason of why he has to come down over here and what makes him come down. But he doesn't come down because of there is a spiritual starvation. There was a spiritual starvation even before Advaitacharya prayed. So Advaitacharya's prayers of how we can understand it is the lessons that we can get from it. One lesson is that Krishna listens to his devotees' call.
Mm.
He listens to his devotees' call. Like we mentioned earlier, you call Krishna, come, 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 come. He is not going to come. Why should he come?
Right.
But when a devotee even orders Krishna, Krishna will do that order. And there are so many pastimes. Krishna takes the position of a servant with his devotees. He carries Nanda Baba's slippers on his head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So when Advaitacharya has called, is his genuine suffering. He's not acting. In a drama, we act. And in
Right.
a we may act even convincingly. We may also get an Oscar. So if someone is crying, he'll cry so much that it looks real. But it's not real, it's all make believe. But Advaitacharya's compassion is real. He felt for all these people and he came here. And after he called, Mahaprabhu listened to his cries and he appeared.
Thank you,
So
Prabhuji.
limited understanding, but I will definitely ask, some senior Vaishnava what the answers are. I will write perhaps to and try to get you an answer.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. We have about 4-5 minutes more. So if no one has a question, I would like to ask a question, and please don't feel shy. Um, how can we prepare the world? And of course, from Advaitacharya's time, a little over 500 years till now, the condition has become like we are in starvation mode, the world. So, what is it that whatever is our understanding, whatever is our progress in bhakti, what is it that we can do to alleviate the people's suffering? What do you think we can do?
I guess as Prabhupada has given us the mission, more prachar, take it to everybody as much as you can possible.
But suppose someone says that, oh, I don't know much about the philosophy, or I'm very shy speaking to people, then what happens? What else can we do? Yes, prachar is one way, but there can be internal doubts and there can be external circumstances also. So,
Serving the devotee or serving the person who needs the help, by serving, you can attract him in a like a sadhu sangha, what we talk.
good, good, very good, Mataji. Anybody else have any thoughts on this? Come on, everyone has been here for a long time. Okay, that's fine. There are so many ways that we can help ourselves and help others. If we can't speak, we are shy to speak, we can invite people to come and join Sanghas. We can invite a friend, come to the Sunday temple. We can invite people to join our morning and evening Zoom programs. We could go out on book distribution. You may not be able to take a book and approach a stranger, but you could go with somebody who is doing book distribution. So, end of the day, it is not just the philosophy which we hear, but the realizations come through actions that we do. That's
Right.
what we'll actually understand. So, all these concepts of humility and
Mm.
paradukha dukhi, tolerance, and all these what we hear and have a intellectual understanding, a philosophical appreciation. that actually will touch the heart when you go and do service, whatever be that type of service. So any which way with the masses at large, with the public at large, whatever small way we can engage in sharing Krishna consciousness with them is going to help that person and also in the bargain help us. Our faith strengthens, our understanding becomes realizations that way. So, dear devotees, whenever there is any opportunity, either in a group or even on your own, don't hesitate. It makes Guru and Gauranga very happy. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Over
Prabhuji,
to
one question. What does it mean, Goranga? When we say Guru and Goranga, what does it mean, Goranga?
Gauranga is Mahaprabhu. It is a compound word made up of Gaura.
So when we say Goranga, that gets to Mahaprabhu. Okay.
Yeah, Gaura is golden. Anga is body, the golden bodied person, like a literal translation. So that is Gauranga.
Okay. When
Gaura.
people says Guru Goranga, that I always confuse what is it, which one is Goranga. Okay.
Shri Guru and Gauranga. He has many names even when he was a kid. There are 1,000 names. I had a book of Mahaprabhu, 1,008 names. I mean, he has infinite names. 1,008 names. There was one of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Nimai. As a little boy, he was Nimai. But out of love and like Gauranga,
Okay.
he's called a Mahaprabhu. He's also known as Mahaprabhu. Like Prabhu is master and Maha is the greatest. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Over to you, Sameshwar Prabhu. I think Sameshwar Prabhu must be busy. He does his DT service. So we'll bring the program to a close. Chant the Vaishnava prayers. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha.
Kalpatarushya Kripa Sindhu Eva Cha
Nam
Vaishnavyo
Pavanebhyo.
Namo
Vedhyo Namo.
Vaishnavyo Namo Namo
Vaishnavrinda ki
Ki
jai.
Jai
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Ki Jai
Granthra Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.
Ki Jai.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice class.
All Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.